Welcome to the Brecon Beacons. This is the Central Beacons, and I'm here with my son and my nephew for a wild camp, hopefully on Cribyn, if not on Cribyn Tuff. But that's a long climb up there. Just coming up to the disused reservoirs. So you've got the lower Nuadd reservoir and the upper Nuadd reservoir. So I'll overlay some drone footage so you can see that. Both reservoirs used to feed Mother Tydfil with water, but nowadays they're drained, they're useless, and you get people camping on them, in fact. Looking forward to a nice climb up, although it's very hot, it's 30 degrees. So we're now heading up the Roman road. This takes us straight up to the saddle between Cribyn and Vango. And so it's an old Roman road, goes over the pass between the two mountains, and to our left were the two reservoirs, the Nuadd reservoirs, which are now drained. It's an impressive dam on the upper one. So let me introduce Ed.
Hi, nice meeting you guys.
So Ed is my nephew. I am, was it Badass Uncle Headley?
I don't know. I don't
You
remember
meant to
calling
say
it.
Badass.
Yeah,
How much did I pay?
Yeah. Okay.
So, Ed, this is your first wild camp,
It is indeed.
and it's, I tell you what, it's a hot old climb up. How are you faring?
Yeah, surprisingly well. Maybe ask me again in another half an hour or so.
Yeah, well, I can see we've got the big stuff up ahead of us,
Yeah.
so yeah, cool. Anyway, welcome. Got another sheep here. Unfortunately, back there we found a sheep lying down, flinching, covered in flies, and tried to give him some water, but he got up and he kind of staggered away, and half the flesh is missing off of his back. So I think it's a lost cause. I don't think we can compromise any more water. What can you do? Yeah, not great. Okay, we've reached the top of the Roman road. Now, it's probably important to note that this was probably some sort of track for goods and trading to cross the mountains. May date back towards Roman times, we don't know. Either way, you tend to find that tracks like this nowadays get called Roman roads. But we've come from all the way down there, and then some of the people that were on the track are now climbing up to Vango up there. Now we've got two options. We can either go straight up to Cribyn there, or I think we go around the side of Cribyn and then take the slightly more gentle route up. It's got a bit of a sting in the tail, but my biggest fear at the moment is that the ledge that we're going to aim for has been taken. So I don't know, I could send the drone up and have a look. Do you know what, I might even do that. It's definitely dropped a couple of degrees, maybe 3 or 4 degrees. It's definitely cooler up here, it's still hot. I reckon we're probably about 26 degrees and we started out in over 30. So yeah, but it's just starting to become a bit more fresh. a little lake between the two mountains, and that's where we're going up to Cribyn. Wind's starting to get up a little bit, nothing too bad. Let's have a look at the tents. I probably need to sort of arrange this one a bit better, it's a bit lopsided. This is my 18 to 19 year old Vango, and it's yeah, it was well, it's the Spectre 200, it's a 2-man tent. I brought it in error. I was meant to bring my Jack Wolfskin, and when we opened the rucksack I'd put the wrong tent in. Luckily I'd also put in all the poles and pegs as well, otherwise we would have had to head down. Above the tent there you can see Cribyn, that's just under 800 metres, we're currently at 710. Coming around here, my son William, hello William. William is using the Fjallraven Abisko Lite 1, proper 1-man mountain tent. As you know, I've taken it on countless adventures, far windier and wetter and colder than this. And of course, I reserve the 5-star hotel for myself, the wonderful Hilleberg Soulo. And at the moment it's a bit of a furnace, it is a winter tent, but it will do. And I'm going to try not to fall off the edge. But there we are, our 3 tents. Let's get stuff inside now and start cooking dinner for the boys. What a wonderful place. And just to show you all, the view over the edge is this. Over my shoulder you can see the highest point in southern Britain, which is Penavon, 886 metres. Not as many people up there today as I thought. I think it's probably a bit too hot. But anyway, I'm going to start getting some dinner on the go. Right, so we have stove on the go for 3 of these large Summit to Eat spaghetti bolognese meals. The view's really, really extensive. You can see over there, views out to the Black Mountains, beyond Cribyn, and then up there, Penavon. What a place to camp. I still hold this is the best camping spot in South Wales. Absolutely wonderful. Right, the first one is ready. Are you alright, Will?
Yep.
Okay. Ed, how's it going?
Great.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Apologies to Paul Timlett for this beer, but we will talk about that later. How are you finding it, your first camp?
Loved it.
It's good, isn't it?
It's been good, yeah. I mean, obviously it was a bit of a tough walk up here,
Yep.
but you know,
It was a hot
not too
walk, but
bad.
it's now nice and cool.
Yeah.
We're probably the coolest spot in southern Britain at the moment.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, loved it.
Right.
Please do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, and we got that lovely view. Right, this should be a treat. We're going up to the top to see the sunset from the top of Cribyn. Looking forward to this. Last time I did this, it was in the morning. So yeah, let's see what it looks like at sunset. I feel like a fat Julie Andrews again. Steep. And here we are at the top of Cribyn. This is the nose of Cribyn. This is a bit of a dodgy path. I've got no plans to do today. We're camped just down below there. Penavon, Corndy and Craiggorn Twaff Ridge over to the left. And the sun's just gone down. What a view. It looks like a patchwork of fields down there, doesn't it? So over there is Pencarrig Calch, which was where we were going to go today, but it was kind of too hot to climb up there. This is a slightly easier climb. That's where we came from. the camp is just down there, so you've got Bedtime, Cordy, Cribyn, Twat there. How's that, Ed?
Great, very nice.
Wouldn't be anywhere else right now, right? It's incredible, isn't it? No, this is what it's about. And there's the town of Brecon you can see just down at the bottom there. That'll be twinkly lights later. Question to you both. With a parachute, would you go off there?
With someone attached.
Yeah, like
you
someone,
would.
Someone who knew what they were doing, like
Yeah.
professional. I wouldn't
Okay.
trust myself.
No. Just what, in the middle of the night when you go for a wee? Yeah. I mean, let me illustrate with my tent. So, there's my tent. I go for a wee, 2.5 meters. There is death. Welcome to interesting beer time talk with Headley. So we'll have a proper look at these tents in the morning. This is my 19-year-old Vango Spectre 200, and it looks solid as a rock. I mean, we brought this by accident. It was meant to be the Jack Wolfskin, but look at it, solid as a rock, and it's now getting quite windy as well up here. And William's tent, which is my Abisko, it is flapping around a lot, but it's a really strong tent. This can take, I've had this up to 40 mile an hour winds. Current wind speed is about 8 miles an hour. So very noisy tent, but very, very solid. And of course, the nuclear bunker that is the Hilleberg Soulo. That's going to be very hot tonight. Temperature now probably down to about 15, maybe 14 degrees. Pretty perfect, but this is going to be a warm night in the Soulo. Right, well, we've had a lovely evening. We've been out putting the world to rights as blokes do. I'm only going to give one shout out tonight, and I have other people to shout out from the comments of my previous videos. At the moment, I don't have access to those. So one bloke I've been talking to a lot, and I've mentioned him in a previous video, is Paul Mesner. I think he's probably, the biggest kind of camping YouTuber out there, let's face it, but there's a reason behind that. And some of his latest videos, especially one where he did I think it was the millstones of the Peak District, definitely worth watching. So well done, Paul, and it's lovely to be in contact with you. And I'm actually thinking where we are now might be a good spot if ever you're down south. So we've had a great evening, and I'm going to turn in now. It's still quite warm. We've got a little bit of a sort of a mountain wind whipping up now as well. I've been around all the pegs to check that they're okay. They look good. All 3 tents are looking in good shape. So I'm going to call it a night there. I don't think I'm going to sleep much tonight, but I am now going to take you to the morning. Jenna Coleman. Yeah. So Ed is just bringing me water and his cup to have a coffee. Now we're a little bit low on water, so I've got like an espresso style coffee. Thank you, Ed.
Got plenty. If you want a bigger coffee,
this.
go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's 13 degrees, which is incredibly different to yesterday. When we set out yesterday, it was 33, so we're 20 degrees cooler than yesterday, and boy does it feel good. Anyway, I am going to make the rest of the coffees and get back to you in a bit. So Ed, good morning, Ed.
Morning.
Good morning, Ed.
Morning.
Morning, Ed.
Morning.
This is Ed.
Thanks.
That's my middle name as well. So, how did you sleep?
How did I sleep? Not brilliantly. I'm gonna be honest. I've had better night's sleep.
Yes.
But you know, it's worth it. I think.
It's worth it.
And it's weird. You don't feel tired.
You feel rested.
Yeah.
It's like me. I was up probably nearly all night just lying there. So I'm resting, but I'm not sleeping. But when you open the tent doors to these views, that's just magical, isn't it? It's just magical. So you enjoyed it though?
Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, it's so nice to be so remote. Like, it's so
I know.
rare. Like,
It's brilliant, isn't it? It's
doesn't
brilliant.
happen, does it, in general life? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what we'll do is we're going to give it another 20 minutes. We've had our coffees, start getting the tents down, and then the trek back. Does anyone want some 24-hour unrefrigerated meatballs? Ugh. So I want to go back to that little issue yesterday where we unpacked the tents and realised that I'd packed the wrong tent for Ed. So instead of packing a Jack Wolfskin Gossamer 2, I accidentally packed my 19-year-old Vango Spectre 200. Now, it kind of has a similar shape to the Abisko over there, except this is a 3-pole tent and that's a 2. But it held up so well last night, and it's actually, unlike the other tents which are nylon, this one is made of polyester. So you would have thought after 19 years it would be brittle and useless. And it has been re-waterproofed in the last year. But it was never intended to come back up a mountain. It was meant for garden use only. So I am absolutely blown away by this. This has had a tough few stints on Lundy Island. I actually pitched it out there for 6 weeks when I was younger. And it's taken some wins. And I think it's a remarkable tent. It's just the fact that we didn't think this is the tent I'd brought. And I thought maybe I brought the wrong poles, but I hadn't. So yeah, it's holding up well. William had a relatively good night in the Abisko. That's doing its thing. And that view. There's my pride and joy, the Hilleberg Soulo. Even though I've accidentally untied one of the guy lines, so I need to tie that. I need to tie that up properly. But yeah, we are a little bit low on water. We've only got about 2 bottles of water left. So we are going to fill up on the way down, and I will take you now to the descent. So once again, thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. I really happy about the new subscribers that I've had in the last month or two. It really means a lot, and these videos do take a lot to make, so thank you so much. And for those who aren't subscribed, fair enough, thank you so much for watching as well. And I'll now take you to the descent.
I've walked through shadows, followed the wrong stars, took the long way down. Now I've got these scars. Every step I took, every road I chose, left a trail of dreams and doors I closed. If I could turn back the hands of time, my fears, undo the mistakes that cost us tears. I see your face, the one I let down, the broken promises, they all gather round. I chased the wrong things, lost sight of what's true. Now I'm left with echoes of what I didn't do. If I could turn back the hands of time, rewrite our story, make it all right, I'd take those chances, I'd face my fears, undo the mistakes that cost us tears. Now I stand alone in the silence of the night, haunted by the past and the wrongs I couldn't right. If I had one wish, I'd go back and start anew, but all I have are memories of the life I knew. If I could turn back the hands of time, rewrite our story, make it all right, I'd take those chances, I'd face my fears, undo the mistakes that cost us tears. But time keeps moving, it won't wait for me, so I carry the weight of what will never be. If I could turn back, I'd turn back time, but all I can do